There's a lot I'm not great at, right? Tons of stuff I suck at. What I'm really great at is staying in great shape, maintaining exceptional levels of muscular and cardiovascular endurance. I'm great at consistency, and I'm great at discipline. My Facebook profile is my public journal. I'm documenting what works for me in an attempt to help others find what works for them. It's day 409. I'm jogging 3 kilometers every day. I'm just doing stuff. and documenting stuff. Hey, a tire.
You are in control of yourself and the way that you react to your environment. And that really does have a lot to do with the way that other people perceive you and the way that other people perceive themselves. You start to realize that it's not your place to bring someone to where you're at or to expect someone to understand what you're going through. You can't throw that responsibility onto someone because, like you, they're going through their own kind of shit too. They're lost in their own world. We all think we're the center of our universes, and we have trouble acknowledging that everyone feels like that. We're all the main character of the story. So what you can do when you're awakening, when you're going through all your spiritual stuff and you realize no one around you gives a shit, what you can do is take that as the practice. That is the practice. That's where the practice is gonna really shine. It's gonna say, okay, you think your meditation is working? You think you're on a spiritual path? Well, do the work, baby, because here it is. If you want to heal somebody, you can't expect to just go to them and say, come on, raise your consciousness, get where I'm at. You have to really put yourself in their shoes. We've all heard that quote our entire lives. Put yourself in someone else's shoes. You have to bring yourself to where they're at. And you have to be a mirror for them. You have to be a reflection for them to see themselves. And through them being able to see themselves, you're holding a space for them to heal and for them to finally see themselves enough to wake up to the moment. And I think we all can do that. You don't have to try and make your friends or family or your girlfriends spiritual. You don't have to raise them up. All you have to do is be in a position to where they can see. You have to hold space. You have to just be love. You have to be love. If you embody love, there's not a person on this planet that can't resonate with you. When somebody provokes your anger, the only reason you get angry is because you're holding on to how you think something is supposed to be. You're denying how it is. Then you see it's the expectations of your own mind that are creating your own hell. When you get frustrated because something isn't the way you thought it would be, examine the way you thought, not just the thing that frustrates you. You'll see that a lot of your emotional suffering is created by your models of how you think the universe should be, and your inability to allow it to be as it is. The art of listening comes from a quiet mind and an open heart. The quieter you are, the more you hear. So if we can put ourselves in a position to where we can just be present for somebody instead of trying to elevate them to some place they're not ready or they're not at, then I think this is when true healing starts for the people in our lives, and it starts for us. Your healing is ultimately my healing. If you become more of a compassionate person and I am around you, if you think you're enlightened, spend a weekend with your family. I always love that quote because that's where you can see how successful your spiritual practice is, or how successful you are at remaining mindful.